Hey, what's up, man? Today I've got a sports betting tip whose expected return on investment is 21.2%. It concerns whether the Cleveland Browns are going to win over or under 8.5 games this year. I'm Professor MJ. Is this your first time watching any of my videos? If so, nice to meet you. I'm a university statistics professor from Canada, and my main goal is to help as many people as possible grow their bankroll. Keep watching this video until the end for this great betting opportunity. The Browns were a dark horse candidate to make it to the Super Bowl last year. They were a pretty common, sexy pick among experts. But things did not go as planned, to say the least. Despite the big-name acquisitions, including Odell Beckham and Kareem Hunt, the Browns finished the season with a disappointing 6-10 record. The season even involved a shameful incident. In week number 11, star defensive end Myles Garrett ripped off Steelers quarterback Mason Rudolph's helmet and hit him with it in the head. A very dangerous move. Garrett got suspended for the rest of the year. The good news is head coach Freddie Kitchens got fired at the end of the regular season. I think he did a horrible job. The team never looked like a team, but rather a bunch of individuals thinking about their own personal success. Cleveland hired former Vikings offensive coordinator Kevin Stefanski. We'll see if he can lead this talented group to the promised land or not. Now here's a fun fact. The Browns have had just 3 winning seasons over the past 30 years. That's unbelievable. Alright, so what is the 2020 outlook for the Browns offense? Well, in theory, all the pieces are in place for a nice forward leap. Baker Mayfield is much more likely to improve over his 2019 numbers than to regress. And the team addressed the backup QB position well by inking Case Keenum to a 3-year contract. Also, there's no reason to believe the running back position won't be as dangerous as last year. Both Chubb and Hunt are young, and the team missed Hunt for half the season last year. At wide receiver, Odell Beckham's body should be healed, but Jarvis Landry's status is more uncertain. As for tight ends, the Austin Hooper-David Njoku duo is much more threatening than Ricky Seals-Jones and Demetrius Harris. Finally, the offensive line did not lose any good player, while acquiring a key guy in free agency with Jack CONKLIN. And don't forget the Browns took Jedrick Wills in the draft, whom many thought was the top tackle available. No more excuses. It's time to execute. I do believe the Browns will have a great offense in 2020. They finished 22nd in points scored last year, and I project them to be around the 10th echelon. But I would not fall off my chair if they finished as high as 5th. Now, is that too bold of a call? Well, we'll see. Let's now preview the 2020 Browns defense. Getting Myles Garrett and Olivier Vernon possibly for a full season would clearly help. Starting corners Denzel Ward and Greedy Williams also missed some games last year. Hopefully the injury bug to key players won't hurt the team as much in 2020. I see a small upgrade on the interior of the line, with the signing of Andrew Billings and drafting Jordan Elliott. But I see a downgrade with the loss of Joe Schobert at linebacker. since getting BJ Goodson just won't cut it. The shuffling at the safety position is a wash to me. However, I value continuity, especially in a shortened training camp situation. So having new faces is not ideal under such circumstances. I came close to rating the defense as a small upgrade over 2019, but I finally opted for stable instead. The team finished 20th in points allowed. I expect them to be in the 16 to 23 range this year. Will the Cleveland Browns win over or under 8.5 games this year? Well, first, let me answer this question from a numbers perspective only. And then I'm going to give you my own personal opinion based on my analysis of the Browns. Right now are appearing the Cleveland Browns win probabilities for their 16 games in 2020. Those probabilities were implied by betonline.ag's point spreads. As a matter of fact, this bookie has already posted its lines for all NFL 2020 games. I simulated the Browns' 16-game season 1 million times. Now, in 39.4% of the cases, the Browns won 9 games or more, and in the remaining 60.6% of the simulated years, they won 8 games or less. Now, the best odds available on the over online are plus 105 at the bookie called 10bet, while the highest odds I've seen on the under are plus 100 at Heritage Sports. Now, what is the return on investment on the over and the under bets? The ROI on the over turns out to be minus 19.2%, while the ROI on the under turns out to be plus 21.2%. So based on this information, I would recommend betting the under. Now, as you could tell from my 2020 outlook for the Browns offense and defense earlier in this video, I'm fairly high about the Browns this year. I think they are one of my dark horse candidates to make a Super Bowl run. They do have a lot of talent. It remains to be seen if they can put the pieces together this year. So personally, I would be cautious with that bet. My gut feeling does not feel super great about betting the Browns winning under 8.5 games. I would clearly not bet if the odds are worse than minus 120, which amounts to 1.83 in decimal format, by the way. Now, the 21% ROI on the Browns is the 13th highest among the league's 32 teams, which means there are 12 other teams whose ROI is bigger than this. Now, subscribe to my YouTube channel to get all my betting tips on regular season wins. I'm Professor MJ, a university statistics professor. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've got many more coming for you with some insightful sports betting tips. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.